Ninja Queen, where you been? What's going on, yo? Huh? You don't have a TikTok account, Ninja Queen? I TikTok the thing there, and I'm a friend. Yeah. Up on the TikTok space, the thing there. I try to set up my camera here. Hold on, my friend. So where Guan Ninja Queen? Okay, so you pass through. You pass through over there then. A Ninja Queen, your name over there? Pan TikTok? Eh? You going on TikTok now? Huh? I know it's been a minute. Yesterday was my birthday. So I had a big TikTok party over there. The let me tell you, cause you see, I like the TikTok space better cause what happened is the platform allows you to engage with people, you know what I'm saying? Over here it don't let you engage with people, you know. So that's like part of the issue with me, you know. 'Cause I like to engage with the people over here. you got to do all the talking on the YouTube space. You have to be doing all the talking. You see me? And you don't get to really, people don't. Sometimes the conversation between two people is you get more out of it than me replying to comments. You see me? So that reach more time. See? Yeah, so I try. So you're good though, otherwise. All right. Oh, should be. God of Egypt. Well, Kwan. Been a minute, been a minute. There, man. You know, everybody good? Yo, peoples, when the advertisement come on, make sure someone watch them out. Here, don't skip them. I don't know. Someone get my liquor. What no? Hmm? Yeah, what? Yo, 11:30 to reach 11 and late, and you still there spinning on a skylar. I don't tell you to the like, hello. All right, all right. Yo, none of not follow up on that Naya thing there. Anybody following up on that Naya thing? Eh? Tops 10 was good. Y'all good? Huh? No, yesterday was my birthday, man. You know? So I just been chilling, you know? Over up on the TikTok space there, me there more while. Me there see. From you know, see me over there, me there. You know? I like it over there better cause we can get to talk to it, you know? We can get to engage the audience. You see me? You know, YouTube now them not allow them not have them features there. I forgot through one bugger. Yeah, bless up. I wonder if you see me? You know, over here so now I don't know, make it sexy. Yo, my life on the on TikTok the same way, yeah. Live on TikTok and my live on YouTube same time. On the two of them. You see? Yo, no hurry up in there, sir, please. Yeah. So what we are going? How's the Sunday? How's the Sunday going in Funo? On the UK side, where the UK side at? What are doing? All is well? Huh? I know it's been a minute, you know. So God of Egypt, where you going? All is good? Real goal. Queenie. Mau Mau. Tap up the screen, people. Tap up the screen. Screen warriors. Don't know the 100 enough. So where are going with today? What we are talking about today? On the Sunday. Eh? What we are talking about on the Sunday. It's a blessed day. Day after my birthday. Eh? What not going with? What we are talking about today? So we have a choice. We have the wait name there. We have four topics, right? We don't know it. We have the Naya case. We have what you do what I'm talking about? We have the Naya case, right? We have relationships, and we have the revolution talk, and we have religious. We have religious talk. So them are the four wait name there. So we can pick which one we can start with. Right? I give each one of them about an hour and a half. The Naya thing, I gotta take a little longer. Right? So remember, we have the Naya, we have relationships, revolutionary, right? And what was the next one there? Let me see, the Naya, relationship, revolution. I have one more. Empress, big up yourself now. Greatness. Go on. Right? And oh yeah, and religion. Right? So it's religion, revolution, relationships, and Naya. Right? Them are the four things we work with right now. So what you gonna make it? What we gonna do right now? Peoples?
Looking at my ruffles, so going around, a Pepsi please.
So what you talk about peoples? What we I start with? Let me see, Alex. What we I start with? What we I start with, people? What's up? What's on Pepsi? Full. And Pepsi 2, 3, 4, 50. So go, right? You can deal with it? Hold on then. I don't think now Ruffles left in there.
Huh?
I don't think no. You see Ruffles in there? I don't think Ruffles left in there. Lizzie. One Liz.
Thank you.
One Lizzie on the app.
You good?
Yeah, man, me there. You know.
I'm over here to send to church.
Oh,
Yeah. No, I'm the end that we can get banana chips there.
You have never been that hungry, you don't
all right,
understand
same price here.
what it is to be hungry. So that's why you too selfish.
Right?
For anybody else but yourself.
Lizzie.
I'm gonna come over there when church
No,
All right.
I have no respect for person. In this way.
But Aim, listen.
I love to support my people of color. But it doesn't stop me helping somebody else.
Yeah, we can't make Lizzie beat the same way now. She in a
You
church.
guys stop up Circle 5, so them all daily hurt me. So them the team good.
When Paul, now he had become Paul, it didn't mean that he would never
Lady
have
B, what's good?
Circle, I have a question.
Lizzie, well, hold on. Lizzie, where you going? Me there up mute to talk out right. It not realize that you can't hear me.
No. You remember the guy that was talking when I was at work, J something, JIC, something like that?
It was,
Do you want to have him back over on your live?
yeah, man. Who that? When?
Remember the guy that one big person for some party something?
Oh, the UIC.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We need to have him back, man. We want to get him like at least once a week. Remember him we had talked about yesterday now. And he,
Yeah,
I don't know if you did that. I don't know if you did see that live there still. You know? Yeah, man. Because I think it's important that more people, the more people get familiar with them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you know, look, we've been out here working with, you know, the two colonial parties, you know, for how long now? Forever, and this is where we are, and we're not comfortable where we are. You know, we are not as Jamaicans. Real Jamaicans are not comfortable. Sure, there are others who are comfortable. Them are benefit of the settings and the gettings, right? So, but we are not. We still stepping over sewages to go to our kids to go to school, police officers, you know, to go to work. You know, deplorable conditions. You know, so I don't see how you can build these other beautiful facilities and have plans for how many more, but the real people that matters, it's like you don't see them. The only time you see them is when a body drop, you come pick it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we need and it has not changed. It doesn't matter which party is in, the behavior is the same. You know, the crime rate doesn't go down. It's obviously not here.
Because I was just thinking about it one day, but I was like, let me find out can you and I'll send the message to them.
Right. You know, because you know, because it's yeah, so you know, it's a good idea to have them on as often as we can have them on. So because what's happening is a lot of people is not familiar with the party. So yeah, reach back.
Would you put on one on next to they're gonna them and things. What are they gonna do?
Ninja Queen. Yeah. Yeah, what you said now?
No, I said I'm gonna send them a message.
Oh, you have them link. All right, good.
have I'm following them over on here.
You know, I'm supposed to have his they WhatsApp number. You know, hold on,
Okay, just contact them and then let them know said.
hold
You
on.
know, you were
I'm not
talking
sure. I
about
gotta
it.
check see if I do got it. What their name?
Okay,
UIC.
I'll send a message and then you can send them a message as well.
Yes, accept me, sir. I'm not call them. See where I go on.
Yeah.
I call him because I think it's you know, we had a good but I need somebody up here to ask him good questions though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, need somebody who can ask him some good questions. What?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. UIC.
Yes, it is.
Okay. This is Sir Q, right?
I'm sorry?
My name is Sir Q. Not sure if you're familiar with me.
I'm not sure. I haven't heard the name before. Do you have another name?
Nah, that's it right now.
The person that you talked to from the live.
Okay. The president of the UIC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he had did a interview with us a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Right. So we're trying to get in touch with him now because I want to introduce him more to the public. I don't think the public has seen enough of him and enough of the UIC. You know, there's a lot of people out here who they don't have no knowledge of you guys. Right.
Okay.
So I have a platform, a YouTube and a TikTok platform. So
what's your handle for TikTok?
Sir Q.
Sir Q.
Right.
Give them the
Okay.
username.
I have you in my phone saved here as Raymond James. Is
right.
Is that
right? No,
is that your name?
no. Yeah, but no. Right?
Okay.
So if you can contact him and see if he'll be willing to he knows me, so see if he'll be willing to go live with us.
When would you like him to do that?
Anytime, you know, in the day. I'm live now, so he can, you know, come. Yeah, when he's ready, you know, when he's available.
Right.
You know.
Okay. So if he wants to come on, you're live on TikTok right now?
Yeah. So he's been on it before.
He's been on it before.
Right, understand. But
yeah.
But if he needs to come on now,
yeah.
I'm just going to go. I know he was on a call
right
a few minutes ago, so I'm going to check with him. And if he's willing to come on, does he just come on under Sir Q? Is that?
Yeah, you just hit Sir Q, Sir Q 876 and you'll see the live pop up. You just press it. And we'll see him in the chat. So once we see him in the chat, I'll set the stage for him to come up.
Okay. Right. I will check with him. I'll check to see if he's off his call.
Okay.
All right.
All right. That's cool.
Okay. Now, if I need to reach you, this number is the number I can call you back on?
Right.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Great.
Actually, how you gonna go? You know you can't travel. It's not big enough to be traveling. All right.
Yeah. If you said you're gonna give anybody your username, because it's 876 pop up on here. So if you give them the name Sergio.
Yeah.
They're gonna be a hard time finding.
Hello.
There.
That's to prepare to go and to come.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, like somebody call me before when you're leaving to come, so I can time you. Don't just leave. Coming out, I don't know where you're there. All right. All right. All right. YV, what do you for this?
Want to start for something? Right?
Oh, hold on. Why? All right. Huh?
I said it'll start to something. we see how it goes. You know, we want to schedule for him to come back.
Yeah, man. Cause we wanna, we want the people. Rocky, big up yourself in a Rocky, G. One G wagon in a youth. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, man. Cause it needs. We need a change, man. We need to start finding a way to push for that change. You see me?
Mm-hmm.
So instead we just coming out here just talking about the issues. So if we have an organization out here who, they have the same agenda as ours, and they're actually the leg on the ground, then it makes sense. We work with them, we connect and try to work with them. Because he's everything what he must say now. He must say all the right things them now.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I'm saying all the right things that we need. You see? So there are people like us out there in the position to change. Here we and who he's on the same wavelength, and he's actually put the legwork in to actually set the party up. Listen, people, don't be foolish. As Jamaicans, we've been with these two colonial parties forever. What has changed? Nothing has changed. Nothing. So don't feel like our modernization is something like one of them did something great. No. Our modernization is just a rolling with the times.
I'll be open your son.
Yeah, it's just no, man. Oh, all right. It's just our modernization is just a rolling with the times, people. You know what I mean? It's like you growing from a baby to an adult. You know what I'm saying? It's just bound to happen. That's just the natural order, the natural flow of things. It's nothing that any of our leaders did special. If you look at all the countries in the world, they have all moved towards some kind of modernization. So it's a natural happening. It's not nothing they're doing special. You understand? So here we are, basically the same state of affairs today as we were in with the previous party and the one before and as just the two of them. They just trade it's just the lesser, it's not even the lesser of two evil. It's just one of those beat me if you can, you know, because nothing changes. Nothing has changed in the past 30, 40 years. Like, really, has Jamaica gotten better? Has it really? We can't say it has. The murder rate has gone up. So we can't say it has. Who has it gotten better for? Even if you say it's gotten better, who has it gotten better for? Because Jamaicans, they're still stepping over sewage to and from, right? The schools, they're dilapidated. And you have people who would really come on my live, come up here on these things here. Like my friend there, Dwight, who would come over here and really try to defend them. And then they give you all type of sound good explanation. Like these people are really good for us. Like where? How? Our leaders are operating within a system, a framework designed to keep us exactly where we are and to push us down even further should the opportunity present itself. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay. Mr. Patterson. That's his name. Mr. Patterson. Patterson or Peterson? Let me make sure I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, Patterson. Yeah, so Mr. Patterson came up here about a couple weeks ago, and you know, he was giving us a rundown, of his of the party's agenda, and their vision. And it's everything we want. Will he be able to achieve it? Well, that's another question. I believe if we support him as a people, possibly, right? But as of now, we need to do away with these two parties. We really do. We need to stop this out of bloodline politics. I don't know if that's what I'm saying. We need to stop this. That we need to stop it. We've had it with them, and we need to understand that as Jamaican people, we need to start voicing that opinion, that understanding. And the best way, look, it makes no sense we talk to Andrew. It makes no sense we talk to Golden. Neither of them is going to change the system. Neither of them is going to is going to break free of the colonial system that they're in. Andrew has had what? But he's been in there, what, 9 years? How long he's been in there now? I'm not sure. But for however long he's been in there, he had the opportunity to bring that about. Why hasn't he? Why hasn't he? When the people is telling him this is what we want. You, one single man, is making the decision that you want for the people. That's not what we want. The people want for themselves. That's what you're there to represent. You're not there to represent your agenda. Fuck your agenda. You know, it's not yours to represent. It's ours. Ours. You dig? Jamaica is ours. Get it right, man. This is ours. You understand? And we Jamaican need to realize and recognize that again. We need to fall back in love with our Jamaica. Most of us, as we're growing up, we grow up with this mentality that me just want to get big, me just want left Jamaica, me want to go a foreign land. This is the talks we hear around us as kids growing up. Boy, I wish we could have get a bus in it. Boy, I would love a visa for go a foreign. And that just automatically becomes the mindset generations after generations. So you grow up with no love for Jamaica. You understand? You grow up. Jamaica is just like it's nothing more than the hospital you were born in. That's it. Once you give birth, couple days they check you out. Once you okay, they discharge you from the hospital. That's basically what Jamaica is, because every Jamaican born, as he's growing, he has this idea in his head, moi left a foreign land. Now, nothing wrong with it if you have the understanding that you're going to keep your connection to Jamaica. Nothing wrong with that. Like when the Chinese, they come here, they're not dash for China. They want to make all the money they can make here to take back to China. You know what I mean? Sure, you have a few of us doing it, but we're not doing it in the sense to invest in Jamaica. We go a foreign land, we work money, we send it back a yard, we build up the house where we set in our mind at it we want to retire in our go back to. We never make it back. A lot of us do build a house, but we never make it back to retire in it. We stay there at a foreign land. You see me and the house, sit down there, other family members enjoy it and so forth. Nothing wrong with that, still family. You know, some of us come back and set up some businesses and so forth. But overall, there's like 15 million Jamaicans outside of Jamaica. You know what I mean? And most of that take no thought of Jamaica. You know, ever. You see me? So we need to get out of that mindset. We grow up hating Jamaica. We grow up disliking Jamaica. You know, we need in a position push our culture, the love of our culture, the love of Jamaica and Jamaicans. You know, we need to invest in those programs. You understand? So you get the understanding that this here land of Jamaica is our paradise. Okay? Every child needs to grow knowing and understanding that fully. You know, this here Jamaica is our paradise. You understand? Yeah. You see? And there it is. I believe in it so much, I wrote a book about it. You understand? You know, and the sad thing about it, you know, is it took other people for me to get this. It took a white woman, me coming to Jamaica and a white woman looking at me and telling me, the boss telling me, yo, she envy me. Huh? And when I asked her why she envy me, she said, because you're going to paradise. I said, what you mean? She's like, yeah. Do you know what I would do just to spend 1 week in Jamaica? I said, what? I'm looking at this white woman like she crazy. She's sick in her head. You see? Yeah. You see me? Now, granted, when I first came back here, I'm in a culture shock, for sure. I'm definitely in a culture shock. You know, I haven't grown up in the United States. You see? Hello?
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm gone.
Mommy?
Yeah.
You been there for a long time?
10 minutes ago.
All right, cool.
I know you not do me tell you for that. Yeah, my people. So you know. So go on feet. Yeah, man. So that's why, when me first, as me say, when me first come here, the thing did set away, you know. Cause me never know nothing about Jamaica or where I go on, or how to maneuver this, yeah, so. You see me? So, me did have to learn. I'm not telling nobody no lie. I had a, I called an express class. Unfortunate, you know what I mean? But I called an express class in everything Jamaica, and that was 9, 10 months on the Jamaican cell blocks, right? And that's where I got my education, real cultural education and everything Jamaica there. Everything I needed to know about Jamaica and understand Jamaica to survive here, I got it there.
Sir T, I'm sorry to cut you, Sir T. We have a guest over here on the live, UIC Jamaica.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, hold on. Mr. Patterson? Yeah, how you doing? I don't know if you'd like to turn your camera on so the people could see you. So they can see who their future president, so they can see is gonna look like. You know.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey. Ready?
Samia, come in.
What?
Yeah. All right. No. Okay. Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Lizzie. Where Lizzie gone? Lizzie, were you able to get in touch with Tommy? Yeah, Mr. Patterson. My moderators suggest, try to get in touch with you, because I think it's important, you get out there in the public see your face, because I talk to a lot of people and they don't know what the UIC is. They don't even know there's another party, legitimate party, right? Yes, so right, so with that in mind, I would like to, because we out here, we live right now both on TikTok and the YouTube space, so yeah, we're streaming to both platforms at the same time. Right. So, so with that in mind, as I'm saying, I would like to at least, use some of the time on my platform to, bring that exposure to the UIC, because no matter where we look, it's the same thing. We're stuck with these two colonial parties. Nothing has changed. Jamaica has not gotten better for Jamaicans. For me, it has gotten better for foreigners, investors, but the people who make Jamaica what it is, we don't see none of it. Kids are still stepping over sewage on their way to school. You take the Denham Town Police Station, Albert Street and Spanish Town Road, right there. I mean, the officers, they put on, and soldiers, they put on their uniform, at home to go out into the public to protect us, and this is what they have to drive through. They have to step over, walk through. They're stuck in the building for the most part, so the stench from it permeates the whole entire area there. And our men and women, brave men and women, these are the conditions that they have to go to work in. We have the Anatown police station there from when it burned down. You put up a little post in front of it. um and I know that the station can rebuild. It's a liquor station. It's not like it's a big complicated. It's a little outpost, but it was useful, I'm sure. you know and it can't come back to life. So, this man has had, what is it, 9 years now? um he's been in office, and the promises made, yeah, the promise, yeah, the promises made, I don't see them. I Only thing I see is him and his families and friends have gotten exuberantly richer. I mean, like, what about us, man? We want to get rich too. We want to get some. We want to get some of that. Our roads, potholes kill us. The sidewalks in many areas are non-existent. Light posts are just dropped right in the middle of a sidewalk. The planning for these things is atrocious, and it's like they keep doing it, because if they're putting up a new light post right now, they're gonna drop it right in the middle of the sidewalk. They're not gonna make any adjustment. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Right. 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 Mm-hmm. Right. 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 Well said. Last time you were on, you gave us a rundown on what your UIC agenda is. We have over 300 people in here right now. Peoples, we have over 300 peoples. We should be have like 30,000 on the likes right now, my peoples. Screen warriors, I need y'all. Top up the screen. You see me? We putting in the work, so it makes sense y'all put the work in too. You know what I'm saying? We don't just sit on around and watch real men work. You understand? And especially when we working, towards something towards the benefit of all of us. So you see this morning, as it was, Lizzie suggests the presence of the Mr. Patterson here with us today for a reason. For a reason. We gather here every day and we talk about the interests and issues of Jamaica and what we would like to see. And we admit to ourselves that we don't see those dreams that we have coming from the hands of either of the two colonial parties, that we're known to, and we would like to stop um, 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 approaching politics um, with this idea of bloodline. My grandfather didn't like my father didn't, so that's why me at this. You know what I mean? I know many of us. We are in the communities that has influence in the garrison communities, who actually has the greater influence in getting a leader into office, um, because that's where most of the votes come from, right? You find influential people in those areas. They are personally connected to peoples connected to these parties. So those people make it difficult for the rest of us to pull away from those parties, because they're coming to us and affecting us with the agendas of these people, which is passed on down from the higher ups. You know what I mean? They know our weaknesses and they use it against us. So let's us put in the work. Tap up the screen, right? Shows this helping the algorithm get this message out to more people, because we say we want change. We admit those changes that we want, we do not see them in either of these parties. Mr. Patterson and the UIC came here about 2 weeks ago and gave us an interview. We loved what he said. I definitely love it. It's everything that I'm about and that I would like to see done, right? So if we're here saying that this is it, this is what we want, and we have a man, he's not doing like us. We just out here talking about it. Ain't none of us getting up, going through the red tape, filling out paperwork to get a party registered. And I'm sure that was one hell of a challenge alone. right? Right. But he's done that. And that is something that is needed. Outside of that is we're going to just have a coup and, remove him by force, the leaders by force, which we know we're not situated as Jamaicans to pull that off, because America is coming in, and and the UK, and they're going to, we're not going to have it. Hold on real quick. Kashetta Morrison, big up yourself. Yankee Bless, know yourself. Ninja, Walana, big up on yourself. I'm also live on the TikTok space. So we're interviewing Mr. Patterson from the UIC party, which is Jamaica's third political party. We this is the second time on the program, and we like what he's saying. We like the idea and the motto of the UIC. So we bringing him on. I would like to bring him on maybe every Sunday to get him to familiarize him more with the Jamaican diaspora and the Jamaican population, local population. Yeah, Mr. Patterson. Top up the screenshot. Ah, well said, well said. Yeah, man. um, people's in the chat. If any of you have any questions, you can come up in the box. If you're not a box person, you can type it in the comments, and, Lizzie will read them off. Lizzie, forward up in that box though, so you can deal with the comments them for me. Straight to him. All right, driver man. Yes, G. Go on. What you say? Yeah. Yeah. bring the tablet, make a charge. No. That should feel like to cook. Not chicken. Taught already. Tell her taught already. Hmm? The slippers, them left out there supper for them. No, not them. The next one then. Hmm? Should we give you some? Chicken in there. Okay. All right. All right. Greatness. You have any question? Anybody in the chat? Listen, I know we as black people sometimes, we have, you get us alone, we have the most to say, we have the most questions, you know, but oftentimes you see, yeah, yes, you know, you know, we find ourselves, we get, I don't know if we get shy, we get, I'm not sure, what is it? Hmm. Okay, I have somebody in the comments says, how, we said, okay, are you going to ensure returning residents are safe?
Our this this. More. Never peace peace. Nobody recognized it on mine. Okay. 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 The part I can go back. Like I can back. The next one is
All right. Well said. Another person has a question. They're saying how are you going to work with the two parties if you were to win? Like, you know, what happens? Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me check if there's any more questions here. No, man, you're good, man. All right. What? Okay. I'm me myself. I'm of the belief of the right to bear arms for every citizen. Um, I know Jamaica has a bunch of rigmaroles to, for a citizen to bear arms. I personally believe it would wipe out crime. It would do a substantial. It would put a big dent in crime. If every citizen had the right to be armed. Sure, you go through whatever red tape you need to go through to obtain it. But I think they should make it available. You know, once you reach 19 or 21 years old, whatever the case is, you go through the proper training or class, just like a driver's license. To obtain a, you know, driver's license. I like that. On bun, bigger, smaller, and take some for yourself. Yeah. Okay. Well, can everyone hear the live? Who can't hear the live? Okay, you can hear it. All right. All right. I'm so grateful. Yo, come in that box. I know you have some good questions you can ask. Empress Robin. Well said. All right. You know, no more question, grateful. Ask, yeah, listen, ask him enough because we want the public to be familiar with him. You understand? So any question, just ask. You know what I mean? That's what him there. I give him time for that. Well done.
No, no.
Okay. So, the rumors about the deportees that's been coming at you, are they more towards like deportees don't have a right to participate? Is that okay? Okay. Yeah. Any more question, Lizzie? Any more question there, Lizzie? All right. I'm always I've always have a major concern with um the brain drain that Jamaica experience. How do we stop that? Get Jamaicans get Jamaicans to love Jamaica again.
water and $100 juice. And small I could have $100.
Okay. Any more questions to that area of greatness? Okay. Another thing I would have concerns with, right? I believe you touched on it last time, but for those who didn't hear, our food basket. Could you what because right now, the farming it mash up. We buy garlic all the way from China now on them thing there. Hold on, greatness. Yeah, yeah. Right. Okay. Um, Question. For the constituencies, do UIC have representatives or all constituency ready to participate in the election? Okay. Okay. So I heard you just mention Dr. Cameron for West Kingston. Is it possible that for where we can set up interviews for the likes as well? You know, so the okay. So, exactly. All right. Yeah, man, that's good. We had enough time. We had a lot of time with you. Thanks for giving us your time. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out because I'd like to talk to the other members of the party as well. You know, 'cause- yeah. So we okay. So we look for it was great having you here, and we look forward to seeing you again here on the program. All right, Mr. Patterson. You too. Bye. All right, our peoples. So that was our minute in politics, eh? Yo, peoples, we got over 2 hours. We not reach 20,000 likes at my peoples. Come in, what we are do? Screen warriors, one of them. I could set it straight. You know? I could set it straight because we live on YouTube and him wait near me, you know. You see, we live, see him simultaneously on YouTube and TikTok, yeah, so. Same way, you see me? So, come make us set it straight. You see? Greatness. Well, listen there, listen. Them said jump out. Listen, something another app on your phone has control of your audio right now. So you have to close out, either restart your phone to shut it down, or if you know how to individually close out the program, you should bring back the audio on your phone. But another program on your phone has control of your audio in the background. That's why, because everyone else can hear, so it's not over here. The issue is not here. The issue has to be with you. All right, because everybody else is going all right. So chances are something, because it happens to me too. Sometimes another program in the background is using your mic, and the mic goes with the speaker. So when it says using your audio, once they grab the speaker or the mic, it's a one package deal, right? So you have to close out that program. All right. If you don't know how to do it individually, just restart your phone, and it should close it. Okay, so that should do it there. All right, my peoples. So where we there, So what politics that we just done discuss upon the Sunday, and I want to think about what Mr. Patterson there, President Patterson there, have to say. His ideas. I like what he's saying. He's totally different from what we're hearing from the other parties. But the thing that strike me though, that's something he said, because I didn't know that. Him said Andrew locked him up because he was protesting against the COVID something. And for Andrew to lock up somebody like that, it tells me a lot about Andrew. You know what I'm saying? It really does. And it really broke my heart to even hear that. Andrew would lock up someone like him. So that tells you that the rest of us ordinary people, ghetto people, we don't stand a chance. I mean, if someone like that can open his mouth and voice his opinion and he gets arrested, then what is the rest of us? What's gonna happen? How's it gonna go for the rest of us? It's not a good look. And we should be concerned. Something that should concern us greatly. You understand? Yeah, J Mob. You see me? So, like I said, a lot of us we're tied to these colonial parties. I myself, I'm somewhat tied to the JLP just due to you don't know where my ends out and I come from and them thing that. You see, but me no say, me no say, you know, me know the difference. You understand? Right. So while a them come from, I mean, I don't. You see, West Kingston, period, from Jungle Godong is one of the biggest constituency in Jamaica. But the place looks the worst. Downtown is the economic hub for Jamaica, but there's nowhere in Jamaica that makes more money than West Kingston. Nowhere. Than downtown. Nowhere. Right? It's the financial backbone of Jamaica. But look. You know, yeah, Andrew is becoming more and more corrupt as he go on. You know, if to get him out, you got to get him out now before he gains any more power or any more richness off your sweat and bone and blood. You know, you can see him just becoming a total tyrant in the future. You can see him just gaining more riches, more power, and becoming drunk and sick with that power. I see it. I could see it in him. You know what I'm saying? I could see him just becoming a tyrant, a dictator. He's already attempting, in my eyes, to set the stage, you know, for him to be a dictator. You know, just look at the election games he's playing. Just, you know what I mean, you know, all these things should be legal. You should not be allowed to lock up a political party leader, you know, for anything outside of a crime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, but to voice his opinion, he's a party leader. You understand? You're gonna try to lock him up. So I think for those of us who say we want change, I think it's time we start putting our money where our mouth is, you know, and our actions, you know, where our will is. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. The house. Oh yeah, the house burned down already though, so you miss it. You know, you can't save nothing. You know, yeah. So you know, it's time for us. You know, we talk about these things every day. There's platforms. There's so many platforms out there that talk about these things, that discuss these issues. Number of platforms out there. You understand? But you know, who's really moving to it? Most of us that didn't even know about the UIC, isn't it? So I think it's important, people, that we do this, you know, and we put our support behind a party that's that has an agenda similar to our ideas. You know, real thing. You know what I'm saying? Real chat, my people. You know, and spread the word. Spread the word on it. Spread the word on it. You know, it's word of mouth. Word of mouth is, you know, the best one of the best marketing tool. You know, we say we want we heard the man. We listened to the man, and everything the man is talking. I didn't see anybody in here questioning or saying, "Bruh," you know what I mean? Have anything negative to say about it, about what he's saying. So obviously we're on the same wavelengths, the same vibration. You know what I'm saying? Most of us, for the most part, we're not on the same vibration as Andrew and Golden. We're trying to figure a way out, but you know, we don't see a better choice. Well, here we are now. We have a better choice in our face. What we gonna do now? Keep complaining? Keep complaining? So my attitude now would be like, for the next set of government, if it's not going to be UIC. Whatever is bad is happening in the country, by way of them, only thing me I gonna look for and say a good food now, because we had another choice. It's a difference when you don't have the choice, you know. But someone gave us another choice. Mr. Patterson took the time. You heard him say it took 2 years. Yes, we can. Right. So it's for us now. It's for us now to start doing our little part. One coca full basket. No matter how small you think, you might think your thing, you know, not, yes. No matter how small it is, do it. Someone else can build on it. Make the phone call. Introduce your loved ones and friends to the UIC, because many of you, I'm sure, didn't know of them, wasn't familiar with them, you know. So, and talk about it. You want real change? Well, let's look at this man as our Jamaican Ibrahim Toure. We have someone here right now on the ground with us. He's talking that talk. We say we like what we see going on with Ibrahim Toure, right? Okay, well, our environment and country is not set for it to be achieved in similar fashion the way he was able to achieve it. However, as Mr. Patterson explained, we can use their own system of democracy against them. It's set for us to do it. We say we want change. We cry and say we want change. We come out here and say, you stop knock off on one another. Stop do this to one another. Ray. But we keep voting in the same parties that keeps bringing us the same results, even worse, year after year, election term after election term. The same results we're getting. And all of us, we watched all of them individually enrich themselves off of what is ours. Right? And yet we still wake up and go to sleep to the sound of gunshot. You understand? So we need to make up our mind and get serious about what we say we about. Right? Now check this out. You know, see, while we on the grounds of politics, I just still want to familiarize us with Ibrahim Toure some more, and just so we can see and understand the lengths the powers that be will go through to stop our rise. They will stop at nothing. They will spare no expenses. You know what I'm saying? To ensure that the system, the current system, stays in place, and anyone that challenges it put his life at risk.
Agriculture brings more harvests. Each ounce that funds a hospital saves more lives. Each nugget that strengthens security guards the hope of tomorrow. A symbol
now
of
here it is. The
transformation.
United States and France they want to arrest this man. Do you see how the type of mindset they have? Now they're talking about they want to arrest him. Huh? What is it they want to arrest him for? Just look at that mindset. Huh? They want to arrest this leader of another country because he decided to use his gold for the betterment of his people and his country.
A symbol of transformation. Each coin invested in agriculture brings more harvests. Each ounce that funds a hospital saves more lives. Each nugget that strengthens security guards the hope of tomorrow. Burkina Faso is proving that even in a world of uncertainty, a country can rise when it chooses to invest in its people, its land, and its future. This is more than development. This is the story of a nation reclaiming its destiny, 1 gram of gold at a time.
Absolutely, Chairman. I see this and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Toure and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime. There's a number of examples across, even in Sudan.
When a U.S. general goes on record accusing an African leader of using gold to protect himself, you know something big is happening. In a statement to the U.S. Senate, General Michael Langley, commander of AFRICOM, claimed Burkina Faso's gold reserves are being used not for the people, but to secure the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traore. But here's the question we all should be asking.
Is the U.S. about to arrest another African leader? General Langley's explosive accusation claims Captain Traore is using Burkina Faso's gold for protection, not its people. But is this about corruption or control? As Traore challenges Western influence and echoes leaders like Thomas Sankara, we ask, is history repeating itself with a new target on its back? Chapter 1. The Accusation. General Langley's claim that Captain Traoré is using Burkina Faso's gold for personal protection has ignited controversy. The core question is this about corruption or a struggle for resource control?
Renting in tools and hardware.
This accusation coincides with Burkina Faso's increased control over its mining sector. Langley's statement, framed within the U.S. Senate, carries significant weight, potentially shaping international perceptions of Traoré's leadership. But isn't that gold Burkina Faso's in the first place? As Burkina Faso seeks to invest in its people, land, and future, Langley's statement raises questions about the true motives behind the accusations. Chapter 2. Who is Ibrahim Traoré? Ibrahim Traoré is depicted as a Pan-Africanist leader who inspires millions by prioritizing resource control and national pride. His government ended the export of raw minerals and is prioritizing domestic gold processing. Traoré's focus is on self-determination rather than begging for aid. His youth, seizing power at 34, symbolizes a break from foreign dependency. His leadership focuses on domestic gold processing, securing Burkina Faso's value within its borders. He's not just a military leader, but also a symbol of youth-led leadership that African countries want to emulate. Chapter 3. Burkina Faso's gold, a national asset. Gold, traditionally a resource exploited by foreign entities, is now central to Traoré's vision of economic independence for Burkina
Hold on, the
Faso.
volume the turn down,
The
people. So now go rewind it,
that
let us
funds a hospital
who not
saves
here,
more
can hear.
lives. Each nugget that strengthens security guards the hope of tomorrow. Burkina Faso is proving that even in a world of uncertainty, a country can rise when it chooses to invest in its people, its land, and its future. This is more than development. This is the story of a nation reclaiming its destiny, 1 gram of gold at a time.
Absolutely, Chairman. I see this, and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traoré and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime. There's a number of examples across, even in Sudan.
When a U.S. general goes on record accusing an African leader of using gold to protect himself, you know something big is happening. In a statement to the U.S. Senate, General Michael Langley, commander of AFRICOM, claimed Burkina Faso's gold reserves are being used not for the people, but to secure the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. But here's the question we all should be asking.
Is the U.S. about to arrest another African leader? General Langley's explosive accusation claims Captain Traoré is using Burkina Faso's gold for protection, not its people. But is this about corruption or control? As Traoré challenges Western influence and echoes leaders like Thomas Sankara, we ask, is history repeating itself with a new target on its back? Chapter 1. The Accusation. General Langley's claim that Captain Traoré is using Burkina Faso's gold for personal protection has ignited controversy. The core question is this about corruption or a struggle for resource control? This accusation coincides with Burkina Faso's increased control over its mining sector. Framed within the U.S. Senate, carries significant weight, potentially shaping international perceptions of Traoré's leadership. But isn't that gold Burkina Faso's in the first place? As Burkina Faso seeks to invest in its people, land, and future, Langley's statement raises questions about the true motives behind the accusations. Chapter 2. Who is Ibrahim Traoré? Ibrahim Traoré is depicted as a Pan-Africanist leader who inspires millions by prioritizing resource control and national pride. His government ended the export of raw minerals and is prioritizing domestic gold processing. Traoré's focus is on self-determination rather than begging for aid. His youth, seizing power at 34, symbolizes a break from foreign dependency. His leadership focuses on domestic gold processing, securing Burkina Faso's value within its borders. He's not just a military leader, but also a symbol of youth-led leadership that African countries want to emulate. Chapter 3. Burkina Faso's gold, a national asset. Gold, traditionally a resource exploited by foreign entities, is now central to Traoré's vision of economic independence for Burkina Faso. The importance of using gold to invest in agriculture, hospitals, and security, benefiting the people, is key. Prioritizing domestic processing and establishing local refineries are key to retaining wealth within the country. Traoré aims to involve local gold miners in the economy. This strategy seeks